I think you'll agree with me that Camp Menominee is really something special. The road to Menominee is northward, some 350 miles from Chicago. It's up in Wisconsin's Eagle River country, where they have warm, sunny days, cool, clear nights, tall pine trees, and green, rolling hills. On one such hill, overlooking beautiful Sand Lake, the Wassermans planned and built Camp Menominee. The cabins and lodges, you see, are nearly new, but the lore of Menominee goes back 24 years when the camp was established. Over these green acres, sons of the first campers now fish and swim, play golf, tennis, and baseball, camp out, do all the things boys like to do during a summer in 160 acres of North Woods. But the weeks are really more than a fun-filled vacation for the boys, though. Their days are planned according to a flexible program that develops skills and teaches them how to live in a group. There are activities for all boys at all age levels. Mature counselors teach in such a manner that when a boy goes home, he can hold his own with others of the same age group. It's Mr. Wasserman's objective to give every boy not only a happier summer, but also a useful summer as well. That's just one of the reasons why Camp Menominee is something special. All boys play baseball. It's so popular that Mr. Wasserman has laid out the 4 complete softball fields you see here. Menominee is one of the few camps that has a hardball diamond. Teams are organized among the various age groups, and excitement runs high as leaders emerge in their respective divisions. Every boy belongs to a team. On any morning, you can see a group of juniors under the supervision of their instructors learning how to be better baseball players. The counselors know each boy, his habits, personality, his interests, and skills. It's the job of the counselor to develop the skills and start the boy on the road to achievement. As the days pass, even the 8-year-olds learn how to be pretty good baseball players. And from team competition, they cannot help but learn how to think for themselves, the importance of teamwork in everyday life, and even the qualities of leadership. All of Camp Menominee's counselors are experienced, mature men. They are selected coaches and school teachers who gather each summer at Eagle River to guide the boys in their activities. South of the cabins is the archery range. It's a popular place for Menominee's young Robin Hood. There are few experts among the new campers, but in a short time, they are shooting creditable scores. As you watch this boy tee off on the camp's golf course, you see something of the vastness of Menominee's beautiful fields and forests. From its 7,000 feet of shoreline, back through the woods to the white post iron fence that borders its acres, the camp is about everything any boy could want of the North Woods. Yes, it's big enough for a golf course. Not all boys want to play golf, but those who do can learn how or improve their game under competent instructors. Many campers who had their first skilled instruction at Menominee have gone on to star in varsity sports. Boys get an opportunity to test themselves, find out what they can do on their own. Yes, they make mistakes, but as they profit from mistakes, they are learning, becoming better campers and better citizens. One of Menominee's finest buildings is the rustic mess hall. It's flanked by the craft house and the cabins, and connected to other camp buildings by a network of concrete sidewalks. It's a spacious and inviting place to eat, with wide picture windows and room to spare for all campers. Boys eat with their cabin counselors, as you see at this table. Counselors are the big brothers and friends to the camper. They share their fun, their successes, their meals. And mealtime at Menominee is one of the best times of all. The food is the finest Mr. Wasserman can buy. Choice meats are shipped in from Chicago suppliers. Menominee's cooks and bakers have years of experience in fine hotels and restaurants. There are daily inspections to ensure the utmost. An important part of the camp's program is the rest period after the noon meal. Here is a group in one of the knotty pine paneled cabins. They're bright and airy, with comfortable beds, plenty of storage space for each boy. Even the strongest boys benefit from an hour of rest and relaxation. All cabins have inside washrooms with hot and cold water. Cabins and washrooms are cleaned each morning, and counselors check the daily brushing of teeth, washing, bathing, and other health habits. Showers are provided in the Waterfront bathhouse. Mr. Wasserman is proud of Camp Menominee's mile-and-a-half-long waterfront. This is a spectacular view from a hill above the swimming and boating beaches, looking out over the blue waters of beautiful Sand Lake. One of the camp's waterfront counselors has a group of juniors in rowing. Each boy receives individual instruction, and they can be allowed out in boats and canoes with a buddy only after extensive achievement tests in swimming. If you could stand on the central swimming pier during any afternoon, this would be the view of Menominee. It's free swim time, and the boys are enjoying themselves in a popular activity of any camp. Waterfront safety is stressed, with the counselors watching the boys all the time. Mr. Wasserman uses the buddy system as an added safety precaution. Only good swimmers are allowed out of marked areas, and the best may swim to the raft, anchored out where the water is deep enough for high diving. Swimming instruction is important in the Menominee program. Coordination and confidence are developed when a boy learns how to swim or increases speed and stamina. This group is practicing racing dives and speed swimming. Boys who received their first instruction in swimming at camp later have earned top-notch high school recognition. And here is the arm motion. It's like this. Yes, these little non-swimmers soon will be paddling about almost as well as their older brothers. They work hard at it, on the pier and in the water. Remember when you learned to swim? The free swim after instruction always highlights the afternoon waterfront period. The slide is a favorite with all campers. A counselor is always on hand to make certain boys do not forget the camp safety rules. Swimming is as safe as it is possible to make it at Menominee. An exciting sport for the swimmers is surfboard riding. Wearing life jackets is a standard safety precaution. And here is a group returning from an overnight camp out. Yesterday, they left with bedding, tents, food, and cooking equipment for a trip to chains in the world. Menominee boys take many extended canoe and boat trips and overnight hikes. This group spent the day fishing in a distant lake. Through the fishing excursions and campouts, Menominee boys learn self-reliance and how to handle themselves in the out-of-doors. From the size of that catch, it looks as if there sure will be a fish fry for these boys tonight. Across the field from the mess hall is the camp's spacious tennis center. There are 4 concrete courts, plus equipment for teaching beginners. Tennis at Menominee is a participating activity for boys 10 years old and up. In tennis, too, as in other sports, boys are taught at their age level. Need practice in driving? The automatic tennis machine sends practice balls over the net at the proper speed and height. It's the most modern and quickest way to learn. This is the ball that never travels. Young campers practice hitting under the watchful eyes of expert instructors. They graduate to the tennis machine, then to tournaments for their own age and achievement groups. Counselors referee the match team competition, always trying to point out ways the budding tennis stars can improve their game. Something like this would get me dizzy, but that's the way you watch this game, whether on the court or indoors at the ping pong table. Table tennis is played on the second floor of the recreation hall. The game is favored pastime during relaxing hours and on rainy days. The boys have plenty of room here for other games. This is the recreation hall, completely equipped for many indoor activities, including motion pictures. Movie night is on Sunday. Through the dinner hour, conversation buzzes with anticipation. What's tonight's show? Did you see it? Is it good? Charlie Chaplin. Good old Charlie. Do you remember this? Nothing was ever easy for Chaplin. He's still a favorite. Look at the way he handles that hose. On the porch of the main lodge are more games for leisure hours. This is one of the new bowling games where boys can learn the rules and how to score the adult game. There's table croquet, easy chairs for reading, magazines and books. When a boy gets a yearning to carve or whittle and paint, he'll find the tools and materials he needs at the Camp Craft House. Leisure hours and class periods are supervised by an experienced teacher counselor. There's leather craft, wood carving, model planes and boats, and many other handicraft projects. If you really want to see the beauty of Camp Menominee, come along with the horseback riders through the woodland trails, across the fields and out under the bright blue sky. There's space here for a boy to ride and explore. His guide is another of the camp's selected counselors. He's taught to mount a horse properly and to ride with ease and comfort. Since safety is the watchword of the camp, riding comes in slow, thorough stages. He walks a horse before galloping. The instructor is on the lead horse, setting a safe pace. This age group is learning the fundamentals of riding. Safety in riding is as important as safety on the waterfront or in any other of the camp's activities. Qualified riders advance to games such as cowboys and Indians, racing across the hilltops as did native Indian tribes here in the Northland a century ago. The fun of horsemanship is open to boys of all ages. There are plenty of wooded and open trails on Menominee's spacious grounds to allow for all types of riding. Here is the wonderful out of doors, the North Woods in all its glory, the excitements and thrills that boys love. Menominee's staff includes a full-time physician and a registered nurse. There is no matter too small for the doctor. Colds, scratches, something in the eye. It's the finest protection. These are the men who are responsible for the health, happiness, and achievement of the boys. All are mature teachers, experienced in dealing through 15. They are the men who live with the campers and encourage them through guidance in the development of character and social living. Camp Menominee is more than 160 acres of forest and fields, the airy, clean buildings, the mile-and-a-half waterfront. It's more than a golf course, tennis courts, baseball diamonds, canoe trips, overnight hikes, fine food, and horses. Menominee is all this, but it's more. It's really a special combination of boys and their counselors. It's a program, a philosophy of teaching that year after year for 24 years has returned boys to their homes with definite improvements in fields parents have requested. Menominee is the understanding, stimulation, and influence of its director and his counselors. Above all, Menominee is each boy, his disappointments and his successes, his laughs and his tears, his faith in himself. Yes, there's something very special about Camp Menominee.